Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is yet another GGvision with me, Sebastian Sjöberg, on Friday the 28th of January. And it's getting time for my semi-weekly shave, indeed. Today we're going to talk about the awesomeness that is the GSL Grand Final Season 4 taking place tomorrow on the 29th. But first, let me say a few things. First of all, I'm right now reading the StarCraft Bible by the acknowledged Patrick Howell O'Neill, also known as Chobo Peon, who writes on Teamliquid, Ghost of Gamers, SK Gaming and ESFI World. You have seen his work, and you should all be reading this Bible. It's co-authored by many big names within the StarCraft community. It's a really good read, and hell, I wish I'd been writing it. And you can expect a full review and an interview with Patrick O'Neill to hit this channel in the very near future. Some epic stuff. Do go check it out over at the Android bit. Also, a few things that I'd like to mention before we get into the real juicy stuff is that you remember last week we talked about the World of Starcraft, the mod made in the StarCraft 2 editor that is basically a World of Warcraft-esque custom game with StarCraft in it, and it looked quite awesome indeed, but there's been some controversy around it. Blizzard had forced YouTube to take down the video, and then it was up again, and big hoo-ha. As you can see in this little piece of information, that has now been revoked, and Blizzard has officially gone out and said that, oh no, they're not angry at all at Ryan Vincent, who's made it. They even gave him a personal tour of the Blizzard HQ, and they encourage him to take the project further, etc, etc. It seemed like the community response towards the World of Starcraft do not work at the new League of Legends game, instead continues to do World of Starcraft. We want that game, and we want it to get properly picked up by Blizzard too. But moving on to, of course, the epicness that is the conclusion of the GSL. I'm sure you all by now have watched the semi-finals where the fearsome and ferocious Terran IMMVP took down his teammate and former GSL champion Nesty, probably the best Zerg alive in StarCraft 2. Well, I wouldn't say Nesty got schooled, but it's clear that MVP was the better player. And then of course we saw MarineKing, the strange natural force that he is, take down my countryman Liquid Jinro in a game that in a series that was truly epic. And again, I wouldn't say Jinro got schooled there either, but I must also admit that MarineKing is in a class of his own, and that it will be a Terran versus Terran Grand Final like we have never seen before. Definitely, probably the two best players in the world battling it out. And yes, some of you are saying Terran versus Terran is boring. No, it's not, and it definitely won't be in this case. If I'm gonna do some predictions, I say that IMMVP is the better player, the better Terran. But then again, MarineKing is so versatile and so unique, and even though, yes, it's a bit gimmicky the way he always uses his Marines, but at the same time, he makes it work. And he can do other stuff as well, as we saw against Jinro. I think MVP has the upper hand on paper, but on the other hand, he will not be able to prepare against MarineKing's style, because no one can play it like he does. None of MVP's teammates can pretend to play like MarineKing properly, whereas MarineKing can practice against MVP's style of playing Terran. So I think MarineKing will take it in a 4-2, 4-3 kind of situation. It will be close and it will be epic. I shall see you guys there on the street. And of course, speaking of Jinro, I've talked to the man. I talked to him on Monday, and we look forward to be doing that interview together. But it so happens that Jinro got struck by illness, And that's actually Rhett's fault, because I wanted to interview Rhett like a week ago, but he said, sure man, as soon as I get rid of this fever and cold. And it seems like he gave that to Jinro in order to get rid of it. So Rhett, Jinro and TLO are all sick, though they're recovering. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to interviewing them all soon. The GSL, it has been great. Some of my most memorable moments and highlights and gems would be the round of 4 series between MarineKing and Nada. Arguably 2 of the 3 or 4 best Terrans in the world. Very different styles. I mean, Nada, he is a legend, a Starcraft god, walking and talking. And MarineKing, well, he's an usurper, he's an up-and-comer, but the match, the series there, it came to 2 base races that were so close. It's like it was almost 2 draws in one same series. That never happens. If you haven't seen it, so do. It's a unique Terran versus Terran that you'll never see again, probably. And it is, well, epic. Also, we have the Idra versus Jinro series in the round of 8, where Jinro managed to take down Idra, showing who is the better foreigner right now. But even if I think that Idra is, well, less amazing than Jinro for several reasons, I do respect his skill, and he really showed that he can do more than just straight up massive macro. And that's good to see. I think Idra can pass beyond round of 8 next time, and I do hope he will, so do check that out. Also, other noteworthy things, one particular gem is for me the Code S round of 16 Group A, yes, between Slayer's Boxer and TSL Trickster, also known as Tester, old school as hell. A very memorable series. And of course anything with July Zerg. I can't remember right now, someone down in the comments remind me. It's a series between July Zerg and I think it was a Terran, where there was a base race and July Zerg just pwned through with his massive God of War, Sauron Zerg style, like no one else does in StarCraft 2. It's very Brood War-esque, very old school, very hardcore, action oriented. Should really check that out if you're a Zerg player. It's just swarm galore. Do remind me which one it was and I'll put up a link. Yeah. Also, and this is something I'd like to ask you guys, I think that the GSL being the biggest tournament with the most resources, etc., of course, they're very cool, but also I think the cameraman that now has replaced Tasteless as the observer has really improved. Just the way that he uses the technology available in StarCraft 2 to zoom in and to switch camera angles, I think that really heightens the game. Like when a Protoss put up the Stargate and we don't know whether it's a Phoenix or Void Ray, he zooms in and we can see it immediately. And when there's a big battle, he turns the camera so that we can more easily see what's going on, and he zooms in when there's a buried Baneling and Marines explode when it unburrows. That kind of stuff, I think it really works. I know that many people don't like when commentators do that, and I know that YouTube commentators very rarely use these tools that are available, but I think it rocks, at least the way they do it in the GSL. So what do you think? Because that is one aspect where normal YouTubers could compete at the same level. We have the same tools available, and I want to see more of that. I think it heightens the action when it's done well. But yeah, do share, and maybe we can influence our own casters here on YouTube in doing the same if we want that. Other than that, I'm just flabbergasted that we will have a grand final like none other tomorrow. So I shall see you guys there. There will be interviews next week and lots of yet to be revealed awesomeness. And yeah, do check out the ESFI World YouTube channel for some more interesting updates coming very soon. Also, finally, I like to again plug our current sponsor Jinx, because today, the 28th of January, is the last day of the big Jinx Destructo sale. And this concludes the current sponsorship between GGvision and Jinx. It's been very nice to have them on board, and next time I hope to be able to arrange with you guys a bit of a special discount But that's to come in the future. Now that the sale is completed, I'd like to again remind you to, if you want to check out some good stuff and get a fair price on them, check out Jinx through the link below, polygonreview.com/Jinx. Directly helps out the show. Next week there will be a new exciting sponsor here on the show, and that should be pretty awesome. So thank you for watching.
Adjutant online. Building registered.